Okay, I hate to voice an unpopular opinion, but wait, no, I don't. This thing that's floating around, um, I understand it's well intentioned, comes from a good place, but the idea that Native Americans are the only warriors that painted their faces is just silly. Learn a little history. The Romans recorded that about the Picts almost 2,000 years ago. They painted their entire bodies and covered them in tattoos of monsters and beasts and charged into battle naked. And their faces were painted with elaborate patterns. Not so much tattoos on the faces, but they did do a whole lot of face paint. Now, I don't understand why a lot of Norse heathens have donned the title Celtic. It makes no sense to me. While those places were raided by the Vikings many a time, they were not the homeland of the Vikings, the stomping grounds of the Celts, and where we find the Celts, we find the Picts. All the way back to the Roman battle records of the siege of the Isle of Mona, a Druidic stronghold. We find these descriptions. Caesar wrote it, his battle records. Been around for a long time. Now, I don't know if there was Native Americans here painting their faces at that time, but that, to me, is more fascinating. That these lands so far away from each other, people came up with those ideas too. They came up with drastically similar ideas with regard to magic, religion, and spirituality. And there's no excuse for that unless these ideas literally travel through the air. Unless they're literally given to us by our spirits, by our ancestors. There's no reason for people so spread out to have come up with the same ideas. But then, warriors in the various warrior cultures coming up with drastically similar ideas, even though they had not contacted these lands. There were some Vikings that landed in like Nova Scotia. We do have some records on that. But it is far more likely that the Norse heathens are borrowing those ideas from the Picts and the Celtic warriors. So yeah, appropriation, sure. But maybe not appropriating where we think they're appropriating from. Or maybe wasn't appropriated at all. Came from the land, came from the wind, came from the sky, came from the earth. But that wouldn't give y'all anything to fight about, so, never mind what I just said. Y'all have a day.